So the first product I want to tell you about that's part of the new product line is our adaptive phase dimmer. And this really should be your go-to dimmer. It's called adaptive phase because it does both forward and reverse phase dimming. And actually it's even smart enough to automatically detect the load type and determine the appropriate type of dimming that should be used. The great thing about that is it means that it's kind of future-proof. You can put this in, you don't have to worry about, hey, what happens if my customer decides to swap out those incandescents for LEDs a year from now? No problem, it can handle it. It also it just allows you to be more flexible and not have to worry about which product you need to install. It just makes your life easier. So again, the adaptive phase dimmer, really a go-to dimmer. Other great thing about it, very low minimum wattage. In fact, when there's a neutral connected to it, there is no minimum wattage on this. And so that's really a nice thing to have. Just a great solid new dimmer in the product line. Next, we've got our forward phase dimmer. This is kind of the good old-fashioned, just rock-solid triac-based dimmer. Where you really want to use this is if you've got, just a high wattage low, you got a big chandelier or something like that, and you need to drive, that high wattage load. This forward phase dimmer can do at 120 volts can do 1,000 watts, whereas the maximum on the adaptive phase dimmer is 600 watts. So that's where this really shines. Just one thing to make clear though, the forward phase dimmer is only available in a 120 volt version. There are not 240 volt or 277 volt versions of the forward phase dimmer. But again, the forward phase dimmer really designed for those high wattage chandeliers, big banks of recessed cans, that kind of thing. Another really completely new product is our 0 to 10 volt dimmer. And some of you may have been running across this more and more. 0 to 10 volt has been used for years in dimmable fluorescent ballasts and very popular in commercial type spaces for that. We're starting to see an incredible explosion of 0 to 10 volt control in the use of LEDs. More and more higher end LED fixtures are using 0 to 10 volt control. So this is a 0 to 10 volt dimmer. Works, just wires in just like, most of our normal products. Got 2 extra wires on there for the 0 to 10 volt control. Has a relay built in, so if that 0 to 10 volt fixture also needs on-off control, it can do that. And I think this is something that as the world of LEDs really grows, you're going to see more and more need for this. I certainly do a lot these days. I get a lot of requests for 0 to 10 volts. So another just real great new addition to the product line. So next is the new switch. Maybe not as exciting as some of the other ones, but it does what a switch should do. Reliably turns lights or loads on and off. It does have a really strong beefy relay in here, so it can handle some fairly high inrush loads. Also, actually the relay itself is fully rated for 15 amps, so that means that you can actually wire it up to a wall outlet and use the switch to control anything plugged into that wall outlet without any problem. So again, that's the new switch.